This is Columbina, a friend we met in Nocrai.
Welcome to Fontaine, Miss Columbina. I bet the weather's been quite an adjustment.
Yeah.
And not the good kind, I take it.
No, I quite like it. It's a lot warmer than Nocrai.
Then what was the punch for?
Uh-oh. She's literally interacted with these people for 2 minutes and she's already made some kind of faux pas.
You're quite the character, Miss Columbina.
So, are we friends?
Of course. Any friend of the Traveler is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
She did it again. Beating up Risley playfully was not on my bingo card for this summer event. There's a lot of pigeons here. They seem pretty friendly, too. Look, I can pretty much walk up right by them. Oh, look, there's puffins! Oh, look, they're coming up! Hello. Got a big-ass burp right here. Whoa, they're so pretty. Look how gorgeous they are. I don't think I've really had a chance to see one of these up close. Hello. Oh my god. It's just so magnificent.
Hey, what was that for?
Aww.
Just shut up and move along. This spot is mine now.
So, you're slinging out the easy targets, huh? That might work for you on the outside, but not here and not under my watch.
Yeah, tell him, Yehoda.
These kids earned the right to be here, same as everyone else. Don't believe me? Take it up with the guild. We'll see who comes out on top.
Ooh, I am loving this on Yehoda.
Just you wait.
Who the heck was that? Just some punk looking for a fight. But I scared him off without even lifting a finger. I'm still shaking. That was close. Almost had to pull the never card.
Oh no. Oh god, she's floaty. Whoa.
You're floating! Looks like we really did get sent into space.
Wow, so this is what it's like to feel like Paimon. And stop. Yeah, I drift a little bit. This must be what it's like to move around like Columbina.
Hello there, Lady Trismegistus.
Oh, such perfect pronunciation. I can only assume we share a friend.
A certain Miss Columbina recommended your services.
A very unpredictable lady, that Miss Columbina. I'm sure your encounter must have been full of surprises.
It sure was. Unpredictable is the perfect word.
Yeah. So, are we friends?
There it is! Here's the gate! Look! It's a knight!
Master.
Oh my god. This is it! Where are the stables? Where the hell are the horses? I'll use Eatlawa. Well, not Varka, because I don't have Varka. A little more. Yeah. And... damn, we can't zoom in any further. Never mind what I was doing. Still not a bad view. See, it's just running normal and then just sprinting at the last minute. I did various... sprinting. I tapped my sprint button. Not exactly accurate to what I was actually doing. At least I get a chance to see Varka's ass in motion. Ain't that so, Roland? Hey, what's wrong with you? You've been quiet for a while now. Huh. Oh shit, he's not gonna turn into a monster. Ah! Oh! Huh! Oh! Oh! Oh shit, he's possessed!
Now it's your turn.
Ah!
Do you have anything lined up for when this is all over?
Hard to say. Field work always takes quite a toll on me, as you know. Once I'm back at Snezhnaya, I'll start with a well-earned cigarette.
Why are you so eager to ruin your lungs after I went to the trouble of replacing them for you?
Seriously, the first mention of smoking, and at least he's getting immediately reprimanded by a dead doctor, saying, "Why would you do a thing like that?"
If you have an issue with it, feel free to try to stop me.
I'm sorry this is the first time I've been back since leaving Fontaine. I should have come to see you more often. Our home is just as quiet and warm as it always was. The flowers in the garden are still thriving.
I'll make sure to tend to them more often from now on. Polonia received irreparable damage in battle. I should have taken better care of your invention. Polonia was family to me. Just like you. You always said I was a fast learner. But I'm not so sure. It took me far too long to learn the things that truly matter. I never said this to you back then, but... Thank you for creating me. For giving me the chance to experience life. Being your family meant everything to me. Absolutely everything.
Columbina, can you hold out your hand?
Hmm?
Place it in mine, just like we do in Silver Moon Hall.
What's all this about?
Ah! That's not Columbina! Who the hell are you?
The investigative team's analysis shows that the monster that attacked Adorno bears Ursa's mark.
Uh-oh.
Do you still intend to remain silent now that things have got this far?
Uh-oh.
This isn't an interrogation. You can remain silent if you wish, but I hope you'll choose to come clean.
I'll talk.
My god, he caved so quickly.
I'll confess everything and accept whatever punishment awaits, but please give me one more night. Tomorrow I'll go to the Knights of Favonius and explain everything. I swear it on my honor as a knight.
Oh gosh. I know. What are we to do with this boy?
When I heard that loud rumbling in the distance, I thought the shifting sands had bust open the gates to some ancient treasure vault. Turns out it was just you guys.
Huh? Wait, that sounds like...
It's been a long while. Did you miss me?
Holy shit, that's what she sounds like? That's amazing. Hello everybody, it is me, Mare, and I am back in Mondstadt. Sorry, I really had to make a rush to get my dailies done. I don't think I actually finished it. I just kind of condensed my resin, and now I'm good. Apologies for starting a little bit late tonight. I've literally been up for like an hour. I ended up, my sleep schedules where it's like, I'll probably sleep a little bit like after 3 in the morning. Then I'm up, and then I'm going for a bit, but then I was dipping around at like 4 o'clock, and now I just kind of woke up. But don't worry, I got some gamer sups on me. I thought about getting coffee, but I was like, nah. Also, Mom made a nice steak and potato dinner. So I might get a little food coma-y. So, just bear with me. Anyway, last time, well, we finally made it to Snezhnograd. The main city of Snezhnaya, if you can believe it. So, basically, we managed there. We got ourselves a nice room at some restaurant inn, I guess. And turned out there we tried to get some information from our fellow friendly Harbingers. Initially it was a child that we wanted to meet up with, but we ended up seeing Sandrone. Surprisingly enough, we went to have like a little bit of tea at a cafe, and then an emergency popped up. There was the town of, what the hell was it called? Svetloledovka. So, little mining operation town. We ended up rushing over there to try to help out some trapped miners. And that's where we finally get to meet Odette. So, yeah, it turned out that we actually had a pretty friendly meeting, at least. Just kind of mutually involved in trying to save the folks that needed saving there. But afterwards, turns out that there's definitely going to be some supplies and relief that they need, but that's not going to come anytime soon due to good old Snezhnayan bureaucracy. Not to mention, you know, whatever the fuck kind of resources that are being pulled to fuel Project Stuja, which again, just involves a shitload of energy that is being diverted away from the general populace. So, yeah, surprisingly enough, at least Adet and Eloshka, I believe, was also trying to find some supplies to give to the town in need, but it's still not going to be quite enough. But yeah, we did eventually meet Child. That was nice. That was really nice. Definitely makes me realize how, I don't know, kind of chopped the earlier bottles kind of look like compared to the newer ones, like just between Sandrone, the second newest character so far, and then Child. But then again, he does look kind of a little basic, and doesn't help that he just naturally looks dead-eyed. But yeah, I would definitely be an advocate for just giving just a little update for the characters. Just a little one. Just at the very least fix their hair. Fix their hair. They look like they're wearing a wig. And not a good wig for some of them. I'm looking at you, Albedo, but you've been chopped from the beginning, dog, unfortunately. And my audio keeps catching in and out. I thought I just had it, and now it's cutting out again. I can't hear shit. I can't hear Flynn's do his thing. Oh, hold on. There was a little bit. So, anyway, Traveler's kind of done trying to get anything out of the Patui or the general populace, so she's going to what I assume to be a kind of a rebel cause called the Rokot. So apparently, even though he definitely says that he's not part of it, Alosha definitely seems to have a kind of an in with the Rokot, or at least he knows somebody that might know them. I don't know, it's a little bit convoluted, but we'll have to see how this is going to play out. And honestly, I was going to try doing this last night, but literally the second that I tried to do it, blackness. I had a power outage at that very second. So I'm, like, really glad that I was, like, literally within 2 minutes of finishing that mission. That would really, really have sucked that if I had fiddled with my audio again. Just a little bit longer at the tail end of the last quest, it would have just cut off quite a bit of the conversation at the end there, at the end. But yeah, let me try to get the stupid audio working again, and then I'll get back over to where I need to do. But luckily, I have some time. We gotta, there's a clock on it. We have until 8 o'clock in the morning. In-game. Stupid ass fucking thing. I can't wait till I actually get my new Chatlink Pros. And yes, I did mean Chatlink Pros because I ended up ordering 2 of them because I don't want to end up waiting for like maybe a week or 2 for another one to come in when the next cord craps out. But whatever, I think 6-ish months is probably pretty good considering I've been streaming just nearly every day since I started doing this. Come on, I almost had it. Come on, baby. I'm just waiting for this cord to like snap during like the middle of this, and then we have to play in utter silence.
Peer into the abyss needs simply to...
No, I had it! And I wasn't even kinking anything up. Come on, man. I already started the stream so goddamn late. Yeah, just riveting content here, just watching me off screen trying to fiddle with a fucking wire. That's pissing me the hell off. Okay, hold on. I'm just not gonna have you guys just watch this so, Never mind, I got it. There, you can hear Flint's. Fuck! Oh, there it is. It's not gonna kill me. All the fucking stuff I could have. Had to rip open my computer open so I could clean it after 6 years. And what's tripping me up? A stupid wire so I can't hear a goddamn thing. Okay, there we go. Now to just not move at all for the next 2 hours. Alright, let's get to the thing. Ooh, I forgot about the focus mode. Maybe then I won't run off and accidentally find a, oh yeah, well, I was over at that mining town. I happened to find some wedding invitation. Who was it for? Literally anybody that found it. And it was just, like, on a box somewhere. Also, there's some poor crying, Jack Frost wanting his balloons that got trapped on the roof.
Let us have a modicum of patience.
But whatever,
for the
they're gonna have to
richness
wait.
and complexity of humanity. The want.
Svetloledovka needs more help. I don't have time for weddings. I don't got time to rescue no balloons. We need to get them some crystals and relief aid. And that's not going to come none too soon. Anyway, let's read the description again. Silence alone is disfavored. After settling the incident in Svetloledovka, your questions about the current situation and Project Stuja only increase. To gain more intel, you decide to make contact with the mysterious Rokot. So, yeah.
Cruelty of the few is
What
not
the hell?
worth
What
our
about the
ire.
clock thing? Whatever, I'll just do this manually. Fuck it. I should probably get back over to Snezhnaya anyway. This feels awkward. Holy crap, from that angle you can see Fontaine from here. Ooh. Got that again. That they have some actual... Snezhnaya has their own mission board here. Claim. I'll just worry about that later. Let's get to the thing. No.
Each time the snow falls, that is the call of Snezhnaya, the land whence I hail.
Yeah, doesn't it feel great to be home, Flancy? God damn it. Is this another thing where I have to run the clock around again? That's so annoying. And they made a actual thing for doing this automatically. And it's just not doing that. Or I guess I'm just too stupid to actually realize what button I have to fucking hit to do that.
He who wishes to peer into the abyss
Come on.
needs simply to
There
wander
we
through
go.
an outcry on a misty night.
Where do we go?
The
Where's the
march
end?
of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
Oh shit, I have to go all the way over there now. Let me turn this on. Bird! Oh. Huh. Wait, don't get distracted, Mayor. Oh shit, I have to go all the way over here? God damn it. Of course, I ended up going down the wrong alleyway. So where we should go? Just go straight. It is nice to see all these folks in good old Snezhnaya. No, I don't think it's this way. Oh! Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that later. There we go. Oh, cute. They're making a snowman. So what the hell is this place again? Oh, this is the theater. Yeah, that's where Aloshka said that the, where their contact is for the Rokot. Also where Odette and that, other gal, I forgot what her name is, but, or how to pronounce it, really. I know what the name is, I just can't pronounce any of these fucking names. Yeah, this is where they perform. Beautiful theater. Ooh, got a little chill going. There's Aloshka. There's our boy. Hi.
Ah, you made it. I've got some tickets, and I managed to set something up with the Rokot.
Ooh.
It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Happy to stay and watch? I doubt you've seen the Korolyevsky troupe on stage before.
Never even heard of him.
Pleasure. Here. This is the way in.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations. Thank you.
Yeah, I know the deal. Take your phone out of my pocket. Any metal, show off your purse. Make sure there's nothing dangerous inside. Make sure your phone is silent so you don't disturb nobody at the theater. I don't stand for that shit.
Is that guy with the fatui? Looks like he's waiting for something.
Holy crap. Dude, his eyes look crazy.
Okay, all done. Thank you for your cooperation. Please, proceed through to the theater.
I swear to God, if that guy turns out to be another electropolar, I'm gonna freak out.
What's up? Everything okay?
Sorry, I was just thinking about the possibility of any more goddamn electropolars entering my account, because that guy's probably gonna be on my account soon. As soon as he's available, hopefully. I wasn't expecting such strict security here. Yeah, I definitely don't get this at the Fox Theater.
Snezhnaya's business and political leaders are always passing through here, so it makes sense that security's tight.
Yeah, you definitely don't want a John Wilkes Booth situation going on.
Still, it's a little unusual to see the Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right? The guy right at the back. Strong, silent type. His name's Valeri. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion, but I only ever see him here for one thing. To look for a guy named...
Ah, shit. Son of a whore. I literally just moved an inch to the side. Ugh. Come on, I've only been doing this for 5 fucking minutes.
But I only ever see him here for one thing. To look for a guy named Mitya.
Mitya! Alright, we got it. Mitya? Who's that?
Supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's playing hooky from work. But that's not for us to worry about. Let's go. The show's about to start. What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh?
Ooh, that's really pretty. It reminds me of the opera Epicles. Definitely a lot more open space in the theater room, though.
Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
Excuse us.
Ugh. If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
Hey, we're just trying to be polite, dog.
What's his problem? Whatever. No point arguing with people like that.
I think I'm about to meet, Votiatsa, yeah, I don't know how to fucking pronounce her name, but yeah, we're going to meet her soon, Shadow Scar. Nice to have you here, buddy. I was just fucking around with my audio. So, yeah, let's keep going. Let's meet her.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later. She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa.
Vodyanitsa. That's what her name is. Oh my god, she's so cute! Oh, they're enjoying it. Wow, that is enchanting. Wow, that is amazing. I'd applaud too, but I really don't want to fuck with my audio
This
none
leads
more.
directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there.
Wow, that was amazing, Shadow. That was amazing performance. That was beautiful. I wonder who does that. Wait, which way's the... Oh, over there. This way? Or do we actually get to go on stage? Ooh. Wow, this stage is huge! I wonder if they hold balls here, too, when they don't have performances. The music here is fire. Her singing vocals differs from her casual voices. Yeah, I kind of figured that, obviously, there's a separate voiceover for the singing and all that. Huh.
Hey there. Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now. Come in.
Whoa.
Oh, it's you two.
I wasn't expecting to see you here. I mean, this is kind of her place of work, you know, other than, you know, being a Batui operative.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
Wow, she's so animated. Also, is that like a mic on her chest? Like, on her necklace? That's kind of what it looks like. That's kind of clever, building that into her design. And she sounds so cute. By the way, shouldn't there be a quest mark to guide you? Yeah, of course there's always a quest mark. It's just I gotta reorientate myself in order to actually point the right direction. You should have seen me earlier just trying to get to the theater in the first place.
I never said that. Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went on that rant about the moody factory owner. Oh, I remember it so clearly. Might I ask what brings you two here?
Oh, I just brought her here to see the show. And when it finished, she was full of praise for Vodyanitsa's performance. So I thought I'd try my luck, see if we could get the chance to chat for a bit. Maybe get an autograph?
You work here. You of all people ought to know that's against the rules. It's not what the green room is there for.
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture too if you want.
Wow, that's amazing. Also, were you, like, on the map in your perspective? Yeah, there was definitely, like, that little marker that was right outside the room. Yeah, the little, like, bit of light that's usually on the floor just to be like, yeah, stand over here. Also, didn't you say that I kind of sounded like her? I'm not so sure. I don't sound that cute most of the time.
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing in Svetloledovka.
Okay, I guess I wasn't too horribly far from that pronunciation.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door.
Yeah, probably don't want to hear the next bit that's happening, because again, Fatui operative. What?
Confidentiality, of course. The Rokot is very strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud! Not with an outsider here!
Well, yeah, I'm an outsider trying to get in here. What's going on? Can I meet them or what?
Relax. I've taken care of it. Look at this.
The President's reply sent this morning. Wait, so she's been approved to join?
As in, me?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. Unfortunately, Rokot intel is only available to members. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. I've seen the way you work, your character, and your motives. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokot. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase.
Wait, so is he actually a member?
I wrote a letter to the President explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. His approval came very quickly. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect your choice.
So that means you and Voyanitsa, you're both members? So that Fatui member, he was right to assume that he was a Rokot member. When I said you sounded like her, I didn't mean her voice, I meant like the way of speaking. Yeah, I could totally see that. Because, oh my god, she was a little bit spicy there at the beginning, but she kind of mellowed out. She's friendly enough.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover.
Good observation.
Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that just because Odette was here? Did you actually mean it?
Oh, no, I meant every word. I loved your singing. Yeah, I really, really adored that singing voice. That was nice. It was mesmerizing.
Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Ah, so cute. I like her.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, the Rokot is a covert organization, and we hide our identities. Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity doesn't violate the organization's principles.
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong, no one else will be implicated.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. We have plenty of members who have yet to take any action. In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya.
Oh, neat.
There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application form. Be right back.
Wait, I actually have to fill out an application? God damn it. Since you keep your identity secret, how come you two know each other?
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. His name's Tagarin. And this one time, Alosha brought him backstage.
Aww.
Tagarin took quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit and fed him some treats.
That's one way to get a girl's attention. You have a cute dog, or a cute pet, or a cute whatever.
Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise, Tagarin recognized me right away.
Aww. The application form isn't... Do I actually have to fill it out? God damn it! Ugh, paperwork.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like... my job at the theater, for instance. I really need it to make ends meet. By the way, what were you complaining about just before we came in? Did everything go okay with Chuganov?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk with him before I went on stage to fish for intel about the Iskra manufacturing plant.
So is that the factory she was just griping about when we got in? Oh, hello there, Dragon Fox 011. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. It's me, Mare. I'm part of this channel, the Mare channel. And I'm doing Genshin Impact's newest patch. Welcome here. So please enjoy. Would love to join, but I haven't finished the quest yet. Look forward to your next live stream. Oh yeah, I do this regularly and try to do it on a somewhat regular time. I don't know, I was a little late tonight, but I'm here now. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. But yeah, feel free to watch like the previous streams or anything else come for the next stream. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better, because I think this is actually the last leg of this Archon Quest. Maybe. Is it Shadow? Seriously, at this point, I think you're like one of my mods at this one point. Or my fat checker. But yeah, nonetheless, it's definitely good to see a new face here.
But he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, he kept dodging the question. And then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his second-rate seat in the stalls because he usually gets a private box. I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. But instead, he sends me a letter the day before the show when we're practically sold out.
Alright, well, nice seeing you, Dragonfox, so I'll see you again soon.
I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the gesture enough to share some information. But nope, he didn't give me anything.
Yeah, if anything, it's quite the luxury to be going to the theater in the first place. So, could be a little bit grateful. Getting decent seat. Excuse me, steak burps. Getting a somewhat decent seat for a show.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person has definitely been a disappointing experience. Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you were sitting next to today. I'm sure he didn't make a great first impression on you either.
Yeah, it probably didn't help that we were late getting to our seats. And we disturbed him further. Oh, that guy! Yeah, he seemed like a real asshole. That's what I say, he's just an asshole.
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind boss. But our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing to ask for a favor, but he acts like it's his right. He always expects special treatment. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past. But not only was he not even grateful, now he's acting like I've sold him short this time. Not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets.
What the hell? That's pretty outrageous. Again, I really like this girl.
And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring his wife and daughter to see the show once in a while? I've never seen them here, not even once.
That's suspicious.
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it the easy way, we'll have to try the hard way. But first things first. Here's your application form. Go ahead and fill it out.
Oh god, now we have to do paperwork to join up against a rebel guild. Damn. What the hell? What the hell kind of names are these? Are these other players? I can label myself a Dojako. Chest Mimic? Seamount Abyss? Wayfarer, what the hell? Yeah, you want to remember family matter. Yeah, seriously, you think a guy like that, he's really so self-absorbed. I mean, you think that if he's just going to some place as fancy as this, he'd probably, like, I don't know, bring, like, his secretary, his mistress or something. But no, he's just coming alone on his lonesome. He's just thinking about himself. What the hell is a jabber fries? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna put down chest mimic. Visa per application. Pose Project Studa. I want to ordinary people. That doesn't seem grammarly correct. I think the Rokot is cool. I'm here to put an end to this organization. Yeah, I think I would probably be flat out rejected for that, and then, well, murked. Bob told me to keep it to Who the hell came up with this? How? I'll just go at the top of the list, because, God, that was ridiculous.
Excellent. We'll hold on to this for you.
Seriously, Genshin. I didn't expect to go to the moon. I didn't expect to play Snake. I didn't expect to fill out a fucking application to join a rebel cause. Damn. You would have chosen Lord of the Seven Calamities.
All right.
Fair enough.
Now that we're officially Rokot comrades, I can tell you. Chukhanov is the target of our current operation.
Ooh, okay. I'm game. That guy was a dick. But I just picked Chest Mimic because I just remember, I'm not sure if you've heard of an anime or manga series called Frieren. But, yeah, she falls for mimics all the goddamn time. And I find it fucking hilarious that she hasn't been somehow killed by one yet.
Recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the legal limit. All we need now is some direct evidence to present to the Veche, so we can demand that they shut the plant down.
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated to where it's needed most.
Yeah.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but he's too tight-lipped. We'll have to find another way. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight, Mitya.
Yeah, Losha mentioned that name earlier, and his, little guard dog.
But Valeria's here too. And he's probably looking for Mitya, so he may end up being a no-show.
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every performance. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get any direct evidence of the excessive energy consumption at the plant, we can accidentally let the information slip to him. The authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if he starts raising questions about energy use at the Iskra manufacturing plant, there will be a proper investigation. Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. So all we need is his cooperation.
Ooh, we're like trying to seed into them that, yeah, this factory, there's some shady biz going on there. You should look into that, buddy. Since he's an energy expert, does that mean he might know the inside story of Project Stuja? Ooh. Yeah, he might be a pretty big help for that. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front. Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox. So, who knows? Maybe if we catch him in the right mood, he'll let something slip.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Definitely. I'd love to join you.
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to eat, and keep your ears peeled for useful information. He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to be convincing. If he suspects anything at all, he might stop talking.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of buddies.
I'm sure we can manage a bit of friendly chit-chat.
Perfect! You've sold me already. Now, help me tidy this room up a bit before we head out.
Okay. What needs tidying?
Everything!
Damn, bitch, you live like this? Oh, everything's fixed up. Neat. Oh, we have to go all the way back to the restaurant. Oops, I keep forgetting about that. Just ignore those messages. Come on. Also, side note, I mean, I'm probably not gonna have to worry about it for like a little bit, but there's just like no waypoints like right over this direction. But then again, I guess the waypoints are reasonably spaced out, especially given how tight these streets are over here.
We come here often, so we shouldn't stand out. Let's sit here. Now, it's up to Vodyanica. Let's see how the conversation goes.
I just realized, again, I thought that thing on her neck is like a microphone. You think that she would probably double, triple check to make sure that it's actually off when she's talking about, you know, Rokot stuff. Well, she hasn't been caught yet, I suppose. Mitya is an intelligent chatterbox who is very perceptive of his surroundings. Don't underestimate that dude. Yeah, he definitely seemed kind of like a perceptive type during that, I don't know, 3 seconds that we saw him for that preview. But I didn't think he would be very talkative. Unless he was talking about some of his interests. Which we may very well tap into. Oh my god. Wow, he's so pretty.
Mr. Mitya, over here, over here.
Man, I'm just seeing a bunch of cuties right now.
I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned. Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks, whatever you like. Let me see. According to my schedule, we still have 25 minutes left.
Wow. He's just so suave and cute. Oh my god, I love this guy already. But we have to play it cool. Mostly because, well, we have to eavesdrop on this guy.
You're really pressed for time today, huh? I was imagining this would be a leisurely chat. If you'd prefer, we can always reschedule for another afternoon when you have more time.
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious opportunity for me. I'm not about to pass it up. I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
We get to see his scarf too. I definitely noticed that in the trailer. I don't think that was mentioned too much off the bat, but his scarf is definitely very animated. You know, unlike what a scarf usually is.
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
What's going on with the scarf? It's like it's alive.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya is full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to bat an eye. I'm sure the same will go for the Eye of Grey and Paimon.
Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. That'll make getting around easier. Yeah, there's so many weird things here, so it's like, oh yeah, you just happen to find some lost technology and some mysterious sword from some ice cave somewhere. Totally normal.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. No matter how many times I hear you sing, it never gets old. It always seems fresh and new somehow.
Aww. Also, gotta say, like, on him and even on Odette, she has, like, that little jewel on her head. They really cooked with making those things come alive. It's just like an actual gemstones coming out from the screen here. They look so nice.
Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that! Could you give me any specific examples?
Oh, yeah. That, the piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the Frozen River?
Scarf, what are you doing?
Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen, the more you realize that it's not as cold and nihilistic as it appears. When you really dig down into it, there's a certain level where you're surprised by the emergence of hope.
I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking with a composer. Still, Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on today's program.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
I swear to God, if it actually turns out that he's been sleeping during the theater, I'm gonna be so mad.
Almost every time.
Oh, well then, let me say a few words about that other all-time classic, Flying in the Wind from the Mountain Sparrow.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so I switched it out at the last minute.
Oh, but,
what the hell is this guy playing at?
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the theater today, yes?
Of course I was. Remember? I said hello to all the troupe members before the show started. You, Odette, and the others.
So what did Odette sing today?
Wait, she sang too?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
Correct. I see. I see.
Is he playing favorites here?
You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song. Looks like I'll need to cut a few from the program next time.
Oh.
No, that's not it. I swear. All right. I'll be straight. I'm sorry. My mind was wandering as you took the stage today.
Aww.
I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances stimulate the mind. It always sparks some inspiration for my research.
Oh, your music's so enchanting that it inspires him in his work. Oh, that seems pretty nice.
So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for a change of pace. Odette's dance during the elegy of the snow-winged goose today was simply incredible. It got me wondering what she's been going through recently.
Oh, it's just Odette that was an inspiration to you right now.
That look of defiance in the face of utter tragedy? It was so inspiring. I started scribbling in my notebook right away. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was productive. By the time I snapped out of it, the entire show had finished.
So what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
Oh. She's like seething underneath.
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more disrespectful. The fact that I don't always come for the show itself, or the fact that I missed your performance.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
You look nervous. What's up?
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show disrespect for her performance.
Uh-oh. So, I guess we have to monitor her just as much as we're monitoring our target.
This meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. At least, it shows that our performance really... people's hearts, right? Don't let it bother you. It certainly doesn't bother me.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Must be tough.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adored her performance.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's just that inspiration struck at the wrong time today. I'm usually all ears.
I know, I can tell. That's why I value your opinion. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others praise their coworkers right to their face, but not me. No, sir.
Man, why'd you have to say that of, like, this chick? I mean, apt, but... Ooh, she terrifies me. I love it.
Fair enough. I still feel kind of bad, though.
But you can't stand people who only pretend that they're cultured. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Son of a bitch. I think I have to readjust my goddamn audio. Goddamn. Once again. Alright, let me just replay that last line at least.
But you know what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend that they're cultured. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many of those people around. By the time they're walking out the door, they've forgotten all about the show. What's wrong? You look furious.
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Iskra manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater investor, but he always demands the same privileges as actual investors.
Ooh, now she's brought up the meat of the situation.
Box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific songs.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to steer the conversation back on track.
Oh, yeah, I figured that she probably would have lost track from that. But she still keeps going. It's fueling her.
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent businessman, but I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to flaunt his social status. I hate that I have to prepare programs for guys like that. What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some pretty shocking stories. Sounds like he's just another greedy capitalist.
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times, we're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are barely enough to survive on. Yet he even wants to get his greedy hands on them just to boost his own profits. If the rumors are true, he's in serious violation of the law.
Interesting. So you've heard about it too?
Too? What? Have you heard this already?
What? So it's really true?
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. But there's no smoke without fire. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy have been tearing their hair out over it.
The Rooster? I didn't realize he cared that much.
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let the rich buy as much as they want. That's clearly unfair. Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanica. You really have a heart for the common person. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. Isn't the Rooster a Fae himself? I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over Project Stuja. What is the end goal of this project anyway?
This is it. We're finally going there.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna divulge that in some corner of some restaurant.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information. But since their conversation is so relaxed, he might just let something slip.
I mean, it already feels like he's saying that he was already gonna go investigate this guy at the factory.
It's stressing me out too. If I'd only made better progress with my research, things wouldn't have dragged on this long.
Oh, so your work is related to Project Stuja?
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the Light Realm and not elemental energy. Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar linchpins. But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnet crystal, from extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes, I see people staring into space as if in a trance.
Could it be that this new energy source has side effects?
Ooh. Now we're just kind of cracking into some other mystery. Because, cool. New energies resource, but he did say stellar linchpins, and those are extremely rare, so... Oh, man. If they actually need people that actually have those linchpins, they're probably working them like freaking dogs.
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for...
Huh?
Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. Sorry. I can't talk about that.
What the hell?
I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so long with so little progress to show for it. It's no wonder people are struggling to stay motivated.
Seems like I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gotten so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
Oh, for a sec there, I thought we were caught, but no. I guess he ended up catching himself, or at least his scarf did. Damn. What the hell is that thing?
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest. I don't envy the people who work closely with the Tsaritsa herself. I'd much rather be in my current position. At least I don't have to shoulder any major responsibilities.
I think managing the energy during an energy crisis is kind of important. pretty high stress kind of position.
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy.
It's a shame we didn't get to hear more.
Yeah, censored by a scarf. Who would have thought?
Oh, dear. It looks like my time is up. I'm afraid I have to leave. I'm so sorry. We ended up barely talking about the theater.
That's okay. It was a pleasure chatting with you, really.
Let's make up for it next time. Yeah, hopefully once the work pressure eases up a little, I'll be able to focus more on the performance, and then we'll have more to discuss. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
Oh, he's off in a hurry.
That could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was Mitya in such a hurry to leave, though?
Oh.
Sorry, routine inspection.
Wait, that's, God damn it, I forgot how the hell they actually pronounced his name. Damn!
Okay, let's go.
What the hell? Did he just sense these guys were coming?
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here in exactly 25 minutes. That's frighteningly accurate.
I'd say so.
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedules.
Sounds like Mitya's archenemy then. Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of folks try to dodge their caretakers.
Alright, time for us to get going too. Excuse me, check please.
We'll settle our check too then.
Oh, hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving.
Oh, what a studious man.
He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to share his tea break with Miss Vodyanitsa and her two friends.
Wait.
Oh. Oh! He paid for us too. He paid for us too, Shadow!
So he knew we were here all along? This raises a lot of questions. Did he deliberately mention the new energy source so that we'd overhear it?
Ooh. Yeah, that was pretty big news. He couldn't elaborate more, but that was definitely something huge to drop there, dog.
Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Maybe the key here is the purpose of this new energy. I guess that's the next thing to look into.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, you were very much right about that.
Vodyanitsa and Alosha have both left. Time to head back and call it a day.
I mean, never mind that he actually realized that he's being eavesdropped on, but he was kind of purposely letting some things slip. And then he slipped away from, what was it? What the hell? What was it? Valerie? Is that what his name is? What the fuck? Where the hell is it?
So he wasn't rushing to
Sorry,
get back
I just
to
gotta
work.
hear his name again.
He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here.
Valeri, god damn it. Don't worry, I'll remember that. So, yeah, he was definitely spot on in trying to dodge Valeri, too. I guess that was probably one of his bigger concerns, trying to get as much information as he could out before he had to dip. Alright. Back to the room. Sup, buddy? Can't believe we have personal guards here.
You're back! Here pretty early today.
Hi, Paimon. How are you feeling?
Paimon was just gonna mention that. After she woke up today, Paimon felt like her temperature was completely back to normal. But her strength still hasn't returned. Still, there's some good news. Paimon thinks she might have figured out the source of the problem.
What, did you realize you had, like, some kind of ice tick on you or something? It has to be some shit like that.
It's like there's some kind of mysterious power affecting Paimon. Paimon's never felt this way before during any of her travels. She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
Some kind of mysterious power, you say? I mean, we've definitely dealt with plenty of mysterious powers before, but this is the one thing that's affecting you? And we have no idea what the hell it is. Nobody even has a clue. Probably would help if they even knew what the hell you are, Paimon. Seriously, what the fuck are you?
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
Oh god, don't tell me that she's getting some kind of radiation poison or like a allergic reaction to this energy floating in Snezhnaya.
What is it? You're making that face again. You know, the one you get whenever you have a light bulb moment?
Let me tell you what I found out today. Cool, now we have to chat things up with Paimon.
So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? And you think that might be why Paimon's feeling unwell?
Only Pieria will give an explanation to that. Well, I'll figure that out when I get there, Shadow. You're really testing me there. You're really poking me here. I figured that we're gonna see Pieria at some point, but yeah, I did know that he was probably gonna be the one to explain that, so now I know that he will be. Thanks a lot. It's shush. It's shush now. Yes.
Well, Miki denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people working on the project have been having issues with their concentration and short-term memory. And even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon's.
Yeah, seriously, you're just kind of really poking a little too hard, man, with being like, oh, this person's like really receptive, and this one's gonna have the knowledge for that. I'll figure that out when I get there. It's kind of dampening the experience a little, Shadow, that's all. This power you mentioned, can you sense where it's coming from? Yeah, sniff it out, little Paimon.
It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if anything, it seems like it's coming from roughly the same direction as the Armory Palace.
All the more reason to find out the purpose of their research.
Sure, Paimon's with you there. But how, though? The Rokot only has a limited amount of intel.
There's still one avenue we haven't explored. The Snezhnograd Veche.
Oh, great point! They argue about Project Stuja every day. If we could sit in on one of their sessions, we might pick up some new leads.
Okay, I need to write a letter to Losha.
Good idea! Oh yeah, while you were out, Paimon tried all the yummiest looking desserts in the Podvorye Restaurant.
Yeah, probably was fitting that we managed to have her recover in a nice loft above a restaurant. That way if she ever gets hungry, she can just pop downstairs.
This one seemed right up your alley. So, Paimon saved some for you. Come try it once you finish writing your letter.
That does look pretty damn bussin'. I remember looking at this before and I'm like, damn, that looks nice. Not so sure about the sour cream, though. Alright, Paimon, you keep resting up. Mwah. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to wait for a reply. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I needed to click the left stick. God damn it. I knew there was an easy fix to it. But then again, I only really need to do this for, like, quests. And I only get quests when a new patch actually opens up.
Alosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Veche, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors.
What the hell?
Time to get ready. Then head to the Snezhnograd Veche.
How the hell does he have the authority to do that, or have the avenues to do that? But I guess it probably would be not unheard of if, like, citizens actually do want to hear in on some meetings. If some courts allow that. Alright, Paimon, I'm gonna head off to see some bureaucracy at work, sweetie.
You're back! Paimon's been working on the crossword puzzle in the newspaper. It's actually pretty fun!
Wait, can we actually play crossword?
Oh, shoot! Paimon forgot the next word! Oh, she had it a moment ago. Think, Paimon, think.
I don't know. I would actually want to play crossword. I'm shit at spelling. Now, where do they meet up again? Oh, I guess that's where it is. Just across the square. Hey, Celiano. Keep going at it, girl. I can't believe that Linnea's sister's just straight up just hanging out around here. I thought she was reading a pamphlet seriously. What? I mean, you definitely need quite a bit of focus when doing the crossword. I guess. Definitely. If it's anything like doing Sudoku puzzles in the paper.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here! Will you be sitting in on a session of the Veche?
Sorry, I'm not taking interviews today. Oh good, you're here. The session's about to begin.
Oh.
Let's get inside.
Man, she's gonna have quite a mess on her hands if they figure out that the prima donna's little friend is actually a traveler.
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa. Could you introduce me to your new friend?
No, thank you. I'm not taking any interviews either. Shortly after you take the seat, the meeting at the Snezhnograd Veche officially begins. Discussions on whether to extend Project Studia have saved until the end. As the rooster, Puchin and Ellis shares various energy-related statistics, the dull and lifeless room suddenly becomes very animated. Oh, there was Sindrone. It's him.
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing.
Wow. His model turned out so great. His nose is a little short, though. I thought it would have been, like, way longer. Like, longer than his ears are. That's a bit disappointing. Otherwise, fab job.
The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry reports that have been distributed to all persons present. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located monster. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. We should have every confidence that it will be dealt with swiftly and conclusively.
Oh, shoot. I wonder who's supposed to be in that empty seat up front, because we got tartar sauce, we got Sandrone, we got Pantalone sitting in. Damn. That has to be intimidating, being in the room with 4 Harbingers at once. Damn.
A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy of Pantalone.
Why does he keep getting noisier in here?
They cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to mind, but everyone else is getting tired of it.
Oh, cool. They serve us tea? That's nice.
There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly. Of course, none of that will be reflected in any of the reports on the table.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up.
I've been meaning to ask. Why are you still here? Right, that's the gal that was at the door with us, asking for interviews.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the kvass. Ever read it? Best-selling newspaper in town.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have to sell from stalls on the street.
Okay then, best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
Whoa.
Still counts.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What was in her hand? What was in that glass? How the hell did she sneak that in here? Dude, I know things are serious here and, man, court meetings are a bitch, but you don't need to break out the vodka for it. Just to get through this whole thing. Also, you're drinking on the job, honey. Holy shit, I didn't expect that.
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives. If there are no further substantive issues to discuss, we will then proceed to a vote on this motion.
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd.
Huh.
It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how crystal is allocated, or we will soon face immense public backlash.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation?
God damn it, I lost my audio again.
And do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuja continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regrator struck back with style and a war of words ensued.
What the hell? I didn't need that kind of commentary. Damn. She really hit that bottle hard.
Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support?
I think Child raised some issues that need addressing.
The people have spoken! Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrator onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions.
Dude,
it had to be seen to be believed.
Dude, did you just see, like, what is with Lumine's face when it comes to this gal? She's, like, kind of a little smug looking. If I think about it, only 5 Harbingers are left are Lakina, Puccinello, Sandrina, Pantalone, and Tartaglia. I guess so. Huh. I suppose you are right. Yeah, Captain's out. Columbina's left on her own volition. With the Tsarits's blessing, I suppose. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on with the Harbingers then. Damn. Of course, La Signora, the 6 seats empty. Doctore died, like, a couple of times. Damn. That's really weird to think about. So that literally half the Harbingers are gone.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
Seriously, what the hell is with Lumide's face with her?
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Liyue. So, surely their relationship can't always have been this strained.
Yeah. You'd think that maybe Pantalone would probably have to approve all of his expenditures back in Liyue. Especially with having the spot change for Zhongli all the goddamn time.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data is saying.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
It's also interesting actually seeing how they actually interact with each other, how the all the Harbingers kind of act with one another, but I'll elaborate at a later time about that.
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation, which I believe is what Mr. Tartaglia also seeks. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not the root cause of the problem. It is merely a framework for resource distribution. The most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning, and give clear indications that a distribution framework is improving with each iteration. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've gained to date.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic, clearly alluding to social organizations like the Rokot in his words. With the notorious Lelek still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible? No, there is someone else to blame.
Where the hell is she pulling this shit from? She just pulled a bottle of vodka. Now she's got a freaking spyglass. Oh my god. Wait, where did you get Rokot from?
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accuses of taking no responsibility for their actions. As for Lelek, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot. Well, more like infamous.
Well, I suppose so if he's probably the only one that they know of that's an actual member.
Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes in the Veche are all that matter.
Yeah, well, all the Rokot have their own ways of doing about things. They don't really. So if he wants to run distractions, then so be it.
So whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
Ooh. Wow, there's more to the Rokot than I thought. Again, they can pretty much do whatever method they see fit to try to oppose Project Stuja. And again, like she said, most members haven't even really done anything at all. But this guy's just overtly trying to buy people's votes.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you for or against?
Hard to say. I suspect there's more to his story. But I do find it a little extreme.
Despite a handful of detractors among the audience, the people overwhelmingly support Lelek. We stand with Lelek!
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. What you really need is more precise regional data, right? I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. We may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but sadly, she's not present.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuzha. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload, I'm afraid it may prove difficult for them to provide any practical support.
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable plan is in place.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including manpower, time sensitivity, and reporting lines. Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal. Follow the usual procedure, and it can be raised as a new motion for all parties to evaluate at the appropriate time.
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which I presume relates to the official reports. In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That would definitely save some time. If they already have some data to report.
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Svetloledovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation, the energy consumption statistics also yield a lot of insights.
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine Crystal quotas? In the long term, it seems like a very risky solution.
I mean, it's definitely a preliminary data mine while you guys get more comprehensive, more detailed data.
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report from the Northland Bank's headquarters to corroborate it, no one will be able to fool me.
Oh, so I guess we kind of align in that regard.
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement is acceptable to all parties.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of improving treatment for Fatui soldiers.
You noticed the reporter jotted down a few words before suddenly crossing everything out and starting a fresh paragraph. What is up with this gal?
Today, the prima donna of the Korylevsky troupe attended a session of the Snezhnograd Veche in the company of a most charming young lady. The question on all our minds is, what is the true nature of their relationship?
Oh god, she switched gears and just wants to do a puff piece about us.
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview the troupe. Got it?
The remaining discussion covers everything from energy to healthcare, technology, and industry. All parties take the opportunity to express their stance on Project Stuzha. Oh, thank God we don't actually have to sit in through this stuff. You ignore Mironova as she carries on writing her sensationalist report. But after a while, you start to feel that reading the news from her might actually be more interesting than being here in person. Fair.
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final vote.
Man, who's supposed to be on those other seats? Is it supposed to be Piero and maybe Captain? But whatever, it's just a rooster up there. I want to throw that lady. I want to throw that lady high into the sky. Dude, with all the fucking vodka she has, she probably doesn't know whether she's standing up or down.
Hey, check it out!
Oh yeah, I saw this motherfucker before. He's sitting in on this too.
What made him vote against? Why now?
And he's part of the council? Damn! Of course he's part of the fucking council. Son of a bitch.
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuja total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
Oh, so he has some, dealings with Chuganov, too.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Chuganov. I see. Lelek strikes again.
Lelek seems to be on all their minds here, dog.
Yes, go, Lelek. Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will finally pay off when we make our comeback. I can taste our victory already!
I got a feeling maybe he works for this, paper, too. That or she just, I don't know, is a fangirl.
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect until the next Veche period. Finally, may I remind us all, we debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm.
Wait, there's Aurora? Well, I haven't been able to look at that lately.
The session is concluded.
Oh, thank Christ. That definitely took a lot less time than I thought it was gonna take. Damn, this is a huge chamber, too. Damn, to think we were like a stone's throw away from 4 different Harbingers here. Damn. Can I just climb up here? I just want to see. I just want to see.
The wind knows.
Ah! Oh, I can't sit on the seat. That's upsetting. Oh well.
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chuganov to vote against Project Stuja.
Why? What's so strange about that?
Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it.
Yeah, that does seem a bit unusual.
As we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut back during the winter. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, the factories would have to take the hit.
Oh, that explains a lot.
I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy consumption at the Iskra manufacturing plant. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit to an investigation before issuing a penalty. But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Veche agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything so far.
Got it. So for him, it's choice between reducing production and stopping entirely.
Exactly. And as you know, he's a very selfish person.
Oh yeah, I only exchanged like 3 words with him, and I already thought he was a bit of a self-absorbed prick.
I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanctions. My plan was to convince him that the whole thing was completely unfair. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stuja. At least that way, no one else would be able to make any money either, because all the factories would suddenly have more limited energy to work with. But now, he's already voted against it, which means someone must have used more forceful means to change his vote. Just like with everyone else who flipped.
You mean Lelek?
Yeah. No one knows why Lelek is so obsessed with ending Project Stuja, but by the looks of it, he's inching closer and closer to success.
Lelek must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe he knows the full truth of Project Stuja.
Yeah, to be this fervent about trying to halt this process, I definitely say there's some kind of grudge to be had.
Maybe my next step should be to focus on him.
Oh, right. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Shall we head out?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for a political enthusiast.
And you would be correct, Sandrone.
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and my new friend here thought it might be fun to check out the Veche.
Okay, she's just casually talking to the Harbingers too. Cool.
Ah, Odette must have introduced you. Looks like you two are getting along pretty well.
Ah, I guess they would know her through Odette.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should head back to the troop.
Sure. Break a leg and all that.
Nice.
Thought it might be fun to check out the Veche, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks and giggles. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, at the very least, I went through the proper channels to come visit here. Unlike when I was visiting the Fatui Harbinger headquarters the other day. But I learned an interesting tidbit today. Some guy named Lilac.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir.
I want to find out his true identity. Is it okay if I start digging around? Yeah, I'm pretty sure with his name on pretty much everybody's minds, people would know what the hell he looks like, or where to find him. But if they did, maybe they would have arrested him too.
Huh? You want to look into Lilac? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered. What do you think, Sandrone?
Yeah, he's definitely an anonymous figure.
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to expose Lilac, it'll be doing Pulcinella a favor. In return, it seems fair to let her in on what we've learned so far.
Ooh, more info.
My thoughts exactly. Sharing is caring, after all. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lilac. It's easier to just pull the records than go through the rigmarole of getting the Traveler a visitor's permit.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to that place again. It was intimidating.
As you command, child, sir.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway, I'll have someone brew a pot of black tea.
Yeah, seriously, with the energy crisis going on, there's always some tea going on. There's always hot tea everywhere. It's like a basic human right here. Pretty cool. But you think that they probably would promote drinking more cooler beverages.
One common thread among the many incidents Lilac has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters nor the crime scenes ever yield any clues to his identity. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected. They don't give us a lot to go on.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter-surveillance.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people who take their personal security very seriously. Somehow, Lilac slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor the slightest trace of a break-in. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time, so they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Unfortunately, no one's found anything yet.
I just have a gut feeling here. Maybe, just maybe, it's Mitia's scarf that's doing it. Are you saying even you can pull it off?
Careful. Don't underestimate me. Although, truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover.
Direct confrontation is more my style.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just, there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. They, on the other hand, plenty would have the ability, but few would have the motive.
So it's someone as strong as Tartagula, and even more meticulous.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker than me.
Like Nuvolette?
Oh, right where it hurts. I'll admit, he's strong and meticulous. But can we at least limit this to candidates who have something to do with Snezhnaya?
Yeah, let's just skip over the part that guy one-handed smacked ya. When you try to stir up some shit at the Opera Epicles.
She's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who's stronger than who.
They never really cleared out his sentence there back at the, Opera Epicles, did they?
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Alright, let's take it down a notch or two, please. Let's see. How about Odette as a reference point? She's someone we all know, and I've seen her in action. Yeah, and fabulous work she does.
Odette? Yeah, that seems about right. Her skills are solid, and she's always calm under pressure.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low. But yeah, much more accurate than your previous example, at least.
No, wait a moment. Maybe we should interrogate that assumption.
What do you mean? Which assumption?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about it, the Rokot would be precisely what she needs to conceal her identity.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. She'd already know where the Fatui will be and when, so she could choose the perfect time to act. Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Why is this starting to sound like such a convincing theory? Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for trying to call off Project Stuzha?
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. She knows Odette best. Unfortunately, she isn't back yet.
Wait, Arlecchino?
Rosaline used to open up to her in private about her struggles with Odette.
Yeah, I guess so, since Arlecchino would have the most experience dealing with children and teenagers.
As I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino is quite a lot better with children than Rosaline was.
Yep.
She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement with Odette before leaving. So I suppose there were at least no lifelong regrets left behind. Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of things. But I do know that Odette definitely has a motive to hold a grudge against Project Stuzha.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely was trying to actively get some supplies for that mining town after the whole incident. So I would say that she would probably be a likely suspect.
The reason being, her father passed away during the early stages of the project.
And there was that.
That was back before it had been named Project Stuzha, when things were still being worked out. But in essence, it's remained the same ever since.
Well, at least I heard that her daddy was part of the Fatui. I thought he had like died in the midst of combat or something like that, but no, apparently it was something to do with Project Stuzha.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette.
That does interest me too. Why would she be interested in some poor grieving child that just suddenly wants to join the Fatui? Oh, even you don't know about this?
Is that such a surprise? If you cast your mind back, you may remember that Rosaline and I weren't exactly close. We had tea together a few times, but that was about it.
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a fatus and her mother was a very famous ballerina.
Aww. I get to see them meet.
On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents' footsteps. But the truth is quite a different story. After her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. She broke her leg during a performance and could never dance again.
Okay, so he did die on some kind of mission. Probably tangent to Project Stuja. But I did hear about the part where her mom was grief-stricken and ended up busting her leg.
Odette was only interested in ballet at the time, but this tragedy left the family with both breadwinners gone. They could barely make ends meet. Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriately accommodated and provided with adequate assistance. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end, the solution they agreed upon was to have Odette join the Fatui.
Ooh, so that's how it happened. I figured it had something to do with that, where they just said, well, her pops died, so next of kin has to step up and fill his place. Damn. That's pretty cold.
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess. In that sense, joining up was definitely the better option.
I mean, still quite an awful fate for her to land into, but I guess that was pretty much her best option at the point.
Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui.
It's just a theory, a possibility. But as a motive for Odette to become Lelik, it holds up. That said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right now, or what her conflict with Rosaline was about. Plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no intention of trying to figure it all out.
So, Signora actually wanted to mend her relationship with Odette?
Yes, but there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up next to nothing, we've got nothing to lose by trying a new angle. Funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Unfortunately, thanks to this Lelik situation, I'll be stuck working overtime again.
Aww. He gets to spend time away from his family. That's upsetting.
Which means you can go in my place. No point wasting the ticket. Plus, you'll get to meet Tonya.
I get to meet one of his other siblings? Oh boy! Wait, what's the rehearsal for?
Spirit Seeker. Quite the classic ballet. It was passed down through Odette's mother's family for generations, though it hasn't been performed in years.
Oh, what a treat.
But Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to the stage. Excitement is through the roof. Tickets for the official performance sold out long ago.
Tonya's excited for it too. She's desperate to see it no matter what. Personally, it's not really my kind of thing, but since she's my little sister, I had to figure something out.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty straightforward. The lead character follows a trail of clues left behind by a spirit, gradually recovering her memories along the way. It's a tale of love and regret. So not exactly reinventing the wheel, at least by today's standards. But when that classic melody kicks in and the lead character begins to dance, it always gets me. It really is beautiful.
Aww. That's really nice to see her really appreciate such art form as dance in theater.
Not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's dream to perform this piece, but I'm not sure she's really ready.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait until her performance is over before we respond.
Oh, at least we'll give her this grace.
I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
Let's just get back over there. just quick travel there? That's pretty close. Alright, back to Paimon.
Sounds like you made a ton of progress today. It's good that everything's going so smoothly. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear answer from Odette.
It could be easier said than done. Even if she is the one, she won't necessarily admit it.
Either way, Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad person. Sure, she might have done some pretty extreme things, but Paimon bet she has her reasons. Maybe this is going too far, but like, with everything she's managed to do so far, wouldn't it make more sense in theory to be even more, you know, heavy-handed? Why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of other ways to keep people in line, right? The point is, she could have gone further, but she didn't.
Well, I wasn't sure about it before, but who knows, maybe Vietia's scarf is still quite a reasonable culprit here too. I'm holding out for that, but honestly the Odette angle is pretty damning.
So, if it is her, she's got some principles at least.
I want to believe in her too.
Yeah! Well, all you can do is follow the facts wherever they lead.
And Paimon, how are you feeling today?
No change, really.
Oh.
But that thing Paimon told you about yesterday? Paimon feels like she can sense it more clearly now. Oh. Hearing you talk about your day makes Paimon itch for an adventure. If only she could be there with you so we could experience it all together.
Yeah, I wish you could be there too. I'm not used to adventuring alone. But don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, luckily Traveler is capable of talking to herself a bit more. God damn it, I really love it that the voices for Lumine and Ether are actually getting some fucking work done.
Guess it's just one of those things. Never mind. Paimon will behave herself and keep resting.
If Odette is Lelek, she may well have inside information on Project Stuja. Her father was involved with the project's early implementation and tragically died in the process. Now, she's dedicated herself to bringing it to an end. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tsaritsa's true intentions. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she let on? And how much was she hiding?
So, you want to stop after this? Yeah, he's catching me like, drifting off a little eepy and stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that, so hold on, just, let me finish a little bit of that, and then maybe I'll see about it. I have been doing a lot of longer streams recently. At least this one I don't have to do as much talking about. Or voice lining literally everybody.
Only time will tell. Maybe tomorrow everything will be answered.
Hey look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day ahead. Make sure you wrap up warm tomorrow.
Yeah, thank God that I switched his outfit. I got this cute little scarf. It's nice. That's definitely nice. And I got my cleavage covered too, so the chesticles don't freeze over. The snow is really pretty, though. Well, no wonder yet told me to make a stop here. I figured that there was going to be more shit to do after this. Yeah, it just feels like, I always thought that quest was kind of like the last part of the Everwinter saga. But yeah, I figured there would be like a whole other bit going on. What the hell was it called again? The Wraith's Nocturne. Ooh, that sounds really harrowing. But yeah, that was a pretty good stopping point because I just passed like the 2-hour mark for the stream. And yeah, I was getting a little sleepy, man, because again, I literally woke up like an hour before, probably like 40 minutes before I actually started this stream. So, alright, let's take stock. Paimon's resting. Definitely gonna do some resting. I'm probably gonna do some resting IRL because I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep again, man. Doesn't help that again. Let me just flip it over. Okay, I can free my arms now. My back. So, yeah, again, I woke up. I ended up falling asleep this afternoon. I only woke up like minutes before it was like 8 o'clock and then heard, honey, there's steak and potatoes downstairs. I was like, oh god, I gotta gobble down dinner. I definitely took my time because it was a big ass steak though. It was a good steak too. But I thought I was gonna fall asleep on that too, but I was like, ah shit, I really gotta get this started. But yeah, I kind of figured I was at least gonna close out the Everwinter Without Mercy leg of this Archon Quest. And yeah, that's completed. And now we're on to another section. Some other like quest chain going on. But yeah, that was definitely pretty cool. We got to see the theater. We got to meet the other jewel at the theater. What's her fucking name? God damn it. All these fucking names I really need to write out a fucking list for literally everything. The names of all the goddamn towns that I'm gonna have to frequent. Or the Fae Guard of the Saritsa or whatever. I kind of keep forgetting about what the hell they're supposed to be called, but we haven't had to deal with them none too much. Well, pretty much not at all. This was pretty much the first time that they were really even mentioned this entire time. Just at the vestige. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So we probably got an idea of what the hell might be going on with Paimon, or at least she has like a feeling on that there's some kind of certain like energy that she's feeling that seems to be affecting her. Affecting her how? I guess it's not really so much as like an allergic reaction or anything like that, but she's definitely sensitive to it. And on top of that, yeah, apparently a lot of people are getting like a little bit antsy on whether or not to keep Project Stooja going on, because obviously it's been like, God, how long has it even been going on? It was already bad enough when it was initially started and everybody's energy resources had to be cut down for like 6 months, and well, it's definitely been well beyond 6 months now. But like I said, it was probably a little bit messy at first when they had to start doing that, but they were improving energy source allocation for the general populace with every iteration while still maintaining the stockpile for the Saritsa's own plan, which no idea what that is. Project Stooja apparently is at the very least just an energy source allocation program, as they were putting it at this point, because it's only just in part with whatever the Saritsa has going on. But yeah, I figured, I was probably midway through the Archon Quest, because he said that it was probably going to be, like, if I even speed runned it, like that one guy that you talked about, it would have taken 8 hours, but you know me, I think I would have definitely extended that far longer. So yeah, not too bad of a stopping point. Honestly, I probably would have finished this last night, but I'm not sure if you caught this, but I ended up having a power outage, like, not long after he ended up leaving. Because, like, I was like, oh, I'm too intrigued. I'm so intrigued about doing the rest of this, and then the power just full on went out. Damn. Of all things that ended up happening, I haven't had, like, any issues with my CPU usage at all. Like, right by now, I would have had, like, 20 accounts of, like, yeah, the CPU's, like, really running hard to run the stream. Haven't had a single alert at all. So, it's definitely doing really great. So, that's something I just have to keep fiddling along with my Chatlink Pro until I get a replacement. But no, the power just went. It was completely dark in here. I was scared, but yeah, it was only off for, like, I don't know, 8 seconds. But nevertheless, I was definitely glad that I was only like 2 minutes away from finishing that quest without like snubbing, like, the end of that last quest that I left on in the previous stream. Oh my god. Maybe I will go back to sleep, but I still have so much shit to have to do. I still need to do my dailies here in Genshin. I have to... Well, I'm pretty much done at HSR right now, but... Nah, there's definitely some shit that I need to get done over there, too. Also, speaking of which, yeah, I'm not sure if you actually seen the, preview for the next update of Honkai Star Rail. That looks pretty cool. I'm like thinking, well, there's some shit going on over in Plan Arcadia. And it's like, how the hell are we gonna get over to Asteropolis? But I guess it's because that's where we end up, the Express ends up shipping a bunch of refugees from Plan Arcadia over there, and I guess we ended up staying there until we could figure out what to do with Plan Arcadia, because, yeah, anybody that can't get off planet, they're gonna have to get sealed in to the world in campus just for safekeeping, I suppose. Yeah, I figured something had happened. Yeah, that's kind of how it usually happens with some of my other streams before, where, like, somehow the power, like, got cut, or the stream got cut, and then it's like, okay, well, I guess I have to pick up exactly where I left off. I definitely remember doing that from maybe the 4.0 Trailblaze missions back when I was first doing streaming, where if it's just like a really bad cut like that, then that's probably what happened. But it wasn't a power outage. That was just bad linkage. And thankfully, that wasn't it. It was just the grid just kind of failed me for a second. Which, not bad. I'm just glad with the timing, but whatever. It was already running at 2 hours and 30 by that point, and I probably would have been okay going it for like another 2 hours, but that would have been probably one of my longer streams so far this week. But again, at least it's not like some of the other ones I've done where I was literally talking to everybody at the Cianjo, and I don't even think I'm like quite halfway through it. Because, oh my god, that map is so huge. But back to Genshin Impact, yeah, I was going to elaborate a little bit about the Harbingers stuff. Like you said, there's only like 5 Harbingers that are even left of the 11. I mean, at least the ones that we know of. Which is not even all 11 of them. Also, it's also kind of nice to actually see how they actually kind of feel about one another, because there definitely was quite the point made I think it was by Traveler or somebody, where it's like, well, obviously Traveler made the point where it's like, well, the Northland Bank was like giving refuge and funds to Child during his operations in Leeway. So him and Child and Pantalone seem to have gotten along at least somewhat amicably to have pretty much free reign on funds. So I don't really know what the hell happened after that. If there was some kind of falling out going on between them, if they were actually cool with one another. Because again, I mean, Sandrone definitely has her opinions about Roslyn and that she was kind of self-centered and self-serving or whatever. But they would still hang out for tea. They would actually hang out in her bedroom and have pillow fights and stuff, or at least Bina and Sandrone would be. But they were definitely quite on friendly terms, considering that most of them probably seemed quite aloof or whatever. Arlecchino was definitely part of that group, where she definitely seemed like she was just operating on her own, and she does. She definitely has her own kind of code of ethics and has pretty much no qualms to having to go against the Tsaritsa if it ends up opposing something that she wants herself. But definitely seems to get along with her fellow Harbingers enough to, hang out with pajamas and have tea time with them all the time. Same with Tartaglia, with the boys and such. Because Capitano apparently thought quite highly of Child to even allocate all of his, at least the majority, if not all of his forces to Child's care after he, should he not make it back from Natlan, and he totally probably did not expect himself to leave at all. So yeah, he's still there. He's still posted up in Ochka Natlan in some zombie-like state right now. If anything, he looks quite majestic, but it is kind of a thug thing what he did there. He definitely did a solid for this foreign land of Natlan, that he ended up loving it so much to actually put his own immortal life upon, which is quite beautiful. Oh shit, I've been chatting so long that I ended up letting the timer go off in-game, but I'm going to pause that really quick. But again, Child definitely thought that he wasn't looked at favorably. Again, they didn't seem to interact all that much, but they seemed to be on quite, at least friendly enough terms. They didn't seem to have outward animosity towards one another, or felt all that close, but nevertheless, definitely seemed he definitely seemed to be somewhat of a favorite among the Harbingers. The Capitano thought more highly of Tartaglia than he thought, and probably thought much more highly than some of the other members, at least some choice ones. I mean, I'm pretty okay. He was obviously okay with Arlecchino and maybe some of the other girly Harbingers, at least given from that tea party that we saw during that previous event, summer event, was any indicator. But Pantalone, Doctore, I'm pretty sure he definitely wouldn't want to have anything to do with those twos. So Child definitely would probably be the best person to even think highly of, probably because he's young and he's definitely family oriented and cares very much about his comrades and such. So yeah, Child is definitely has questionable taste, but he definitely gives a damn about family. So and you remember that, Shadowscar, you have to give a damn about family. But goddamn, I'm so excited. We're gonna see his family. At least we're gonna see Tanya. We met Tusser before, all way the hell back. But I kind of wonder. He definitely was very, very, very thorough in trying to make sure that Tusser did not know that he was a Fatui member, that he was a Harbinger. Seriously, I'm pretty sure like 80% of that that character quest was him just avoiding him, revealing that he's an Harbinger, and keep up the idea that he's apparently Shiznaya's greatest toy maker to his little brother, which I find fucking hilarious still to this day. Damn. Motherfucker, like, fought like a dozen ruin guards just to keep up the illusion, too. That's hilarious. But yeah, we get to see his sister, but I'm not really sure. She's a little older, I believe. At least Tanya's like one of the older sisters. Or at least his middle. I don't know how many siblings he has. I just definitely knew that he had her and Tonya. So she's younger, but she's a little bit older than Tusser. I don't know if she actually put two together, or she just flat out knows that he's part of the Fatui, that he's a Harbinger. But I guess we'll have to see that next time. Also, to see if Odette is actually this Lelik fella who seems to be, like, giving, like, bribes and threats to some choice members of the Veche, the council in Shiznaya. But definitely would make sense, though. But I don't know. I'm slightly holding out on Mita's scarf. I swear to God, I would not be surprised at this point. If anything, I would be more surprised I would be very humbled if that was actually correct. Honestly, I have no real basis for it. If Tusser finds out the truth, that would be a sad story. Yeah, you mean you're not Shiznaya's greatest toy maker? Seriously, I don't know how the hell he came up with that. I don't know if the kid actually, like, made that up himself and he just kind of went along with it, and now he's just had to keep feeding the lie. Or if he just, if Child somehow preemptively just kind of decided to do that. It's been a long time since I did Child Story Quest. It's all very vague and far away in my memory. But goddamn, it was definitely quite funny to just see some kid that apparently, how the hell did he manage to get all the way to Liyue? There's, hold on, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Look, here we are. This is Shiznaya. Who the fuck knows where Child's home is? Literally anywhere. That would have been far. And again, it's very fucking hard to walk through any of this. So hopefully he was able to get it into train and somehow, I don't know, hop onto a boat through Fontaine or Nightcried. Probably Fontaine if he was actually smart enough to do that, and then take his ass all the way to, like, here. It was some, like, probably around this area where we found him. How the hell did that kid manage to get himself all the way out there? At least he had the money for it. I think he had a fat sack of Mora on him, too, so I don't know how he didn't get robbed on the way as well. But yeah, that would be absolutely heartbreaking if Tusser realized that his big bro actually is a Harbinger. Maybe not a high-ranking Harbinger, but a Harbinger nonetheless. But yeah, maybe Tonya probably knows something about that, but again, I'll have to think about that. Yeah, that's what you call resilient? Yeah, that's definitely... It was already funny enough realizing that Chi-Chi got lost all the way in Chenyu Vale and ended up at the court of Fontaine. But she's a zombie. She probably could have been literally walking for days on end and wouldn't get, like hungry or thirsty. But Tusser, I mean, he's just a kid. He's active. He's a growing boy. Of course, he's going to have to eat and drink at some point, sleep somewhere. Seriously, I gotta have, like, a time where I actually have to go through all the fucking major towns and cities of Teyvat. Like, once the Teyvat map is actually fulfilled, I just kind of want to see if I can actually walk my ass physically to every major town and city into that and see how long it would take. I'm pretty sure it would only take maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 hours. Okay, maybe not 10 hours, but it would be a long-ass stream. I might make that a bread stream, too, because, boy, I'm gonna need the calories to sit through this shit. But yeah, I look forward to seeing Tanya. I look forward to seeing Odette's family heirloom dance and all that. So yeah, I definitely look forward to that and so many things. And yeah, I definitely would have figured that there would be a whole other segment of the Archon Quest too. And we got to meet Mitya. We got to see Valeri. I mean, briefly. He literally only said, like, I don't know, 2 lines, if that. It was just probably 1 line, I think. But it was nice seeing him. His eyes look crazy, too. And Mita, oh god, he is adorable. And the interaction between him and, fuck me, I can't... I can't remember her fucking name. But yeah, very animated. Poses everybody's doing. Everybody was so stiff before. Everybody's so goddamn stiff. I just distinctly remember realizing that during the first time that we met Zhongli. And he's just like, I don't even think he even turned his head towards us at all. That's how stiff everybody was. And now everybody's just acting so fluidly, like actual people stuff. But, I mean, they've definitely done quite a few improvements in doing emoting and such. So I'm definitely am happy for, like, all the improvements that they have done to make the characters look a little bit more lively, less rigid looking. And I felt very immersed. I feel very immersed. I felt like I was actually there at that table, feeling how awkward everything is. But yeah, seriously, if it's not Odette that's Libic, I'm gonna probably say that BTS probably has something to do with it, and he has his scarf sneaking out Mora and letters at people's houses. But I'm pretty sure Odette's the person that did it, that did all that stuff. Alright, I think I'm probably gonna just call it a night there, and I'm gonna continue on doing, more of the Archon Quest tomorrow. It's gonna be Saturday for me, so I'll probably try to maybe do this earlier, or at least, I don't know, try to, not sleep, like, right before I have to get on and be like, ah, shit, I have to spend my resin. I don't want it to cap while I'm doing this. Because, yeah, I hate when I'm trying to get immersed in, like, the story, and it's like, oh shit, I have to spend my resin. What do I even spend my resin on? Honestly, I think I spent a shitload of money just trying to update some kind of weapon to use for Elosha. I think I realized I actually had, like, what was it, a Dragon's Bane? Is that what it's called? What the hell did I put on him? Hold on, let me take a look. I don't even have the stuff to actually ascend him, do his first ascension, too. Yeah, Dragon's Bane. That's what I have on him. I got it at level 80 right now. But I'm pretty sure I can upgrade it easy. Because, thank God, during, like, the first week that they do the patch, or whatever, you could pretty much have, pick whatever domain and pick whatever kind of ascension materials that you need. Like, it's Sunday, but it's every day. Speaking of Odette, I think she'll be the one in Shiznaya. Speaking of Odette, I think she'll be the one in Shiznaya. What do you mean she'll be the one in Shiznaya? What do you mean? Like, she's gonna be, like, the, linchpin for, like, the meta or something like that? Because I don't know, I'm still gonna, I haven't tested out her fighting style. Sure, there was that bit during the rescue mission in the mine. That's pretty much the most gameplay that I I had of her. I think it was just more perturbed just trying to use Electro Traveler. That was probably like the second or third time I've actually used Electro Traveler at all. Because I definitely remembered switching over to her when switching over to it when I first got to Inazuma, and then I didn't really use it at all. But sure, I'll align Traveler for when I'm doing my wishing rituals, but yeah, I haven't used it. That was probably the first time I've actually used it in a good long while. Okay, now I feel like I'm a little bit more energized. My gamer subs is working. So, anyway, I guess I'll have to see what the hell's going to be going on tomorrow, because I am very invested in this story so much. Man, damn those people that want to skip lore and shit. Oh, Kaching from Liyue, Ayaka from Inazuma, Nilu from Sumeru, Farina from Fontaine, Seat Lolly from Natlan, Columbina from Nocrai. You get what I'm saying here. Definitely a very pivotal character to actually have, or like a popular one, or I don't know. I don't know about Ayaka, but or Kaching. I mean, I know Farina is actually well, Farina obviously is a very good character, but I mean, if you're talking about like lore-wise or whatever, what, you saying that there'd be some kind of like super group or whatever? But they are kind of pivotal characters, I suppose. At least Nilu, Farina, Seat Lolly, Columbina. They're definitely pivotal characters for the meta and such. I'm not so sure about Ayaka, though. I haven't really had to play with her all that much, and I don't really care for it so much. God, I hate that I actually share my birthday with her so bad. Oh, it's a fan-based fantasy. You probably don't know. Probably not. I mean... Oh, god damn it. You brought this up before. Like she's got the hots for the Traveler or something like that. Dude, we just met the gal. We just met her. And everybody was thinking, oh, she's gonna hate us for, like, for taking part of, like, Signora's death or something like that. But she'll forgive us or whatever. But yeah, it turned out that her and Rosalind, they weren't exactly too tight to begin with. I mean, for God's sakes, she had to go to Arlecchino to get tips on how the hell to manage this unruly teenager. But yeah, of course I would kind of blank about that, but yeah, that makes sense with Kaching and Ayaka, because I kind of just like blur that shit out. And then on top of that, I'm playing Lumine, of course. Most people usually go with, like, the ether thing. Of course, I'm not gonna probably register that immediately, but now I do. And I just... yeah, I just kind of course, skipped most of that part. They don't really have... I mean, I guess there was the male equivalent of that for Lumine, of course. I mean, there's, like, the Xiao, there's Kazuha. A lot of animo boys, actually. Quite a few animo boys. Not sure who would be in Natlan. Probably not. It surely wouldn't be. Whatever, I'm not thinking about that none more. I'm guessing it's getting pretty late over there. Yeah, it's already... Holy shit, it's 11:22. Because, again, it's already, like, 8 at night when I'm starting this stuff. That way I have time to actually eat any dinner before I actually start streaming. So, of course, if I'm doing something for like 2 hours, it's going to be pretty goddamn late by the time I do this. And during Archon Quests, where I'm doing this for like, regularly for like 2.5 hours or 3, then yeah, of course, it's going to be pretty goddamn late by the time I finish things up. But yeah, of course my brain wouldn't be braining about the whole, Ether, harem, fangirlies thing. I do recognize that. It's just, I don't register it that much. But I don't see how Odette's just gonna be, like, suddenly getting the hots for Ether or whatever. Not, like, saying that's really canon, but there's definitely some girlies out there that definitely have a thing for Traveler. For sure. I was upset that that Noelle's not on that list, because you do her, like, story quests. Oh, God. I definitely felt like I was on a date with her. And Kaya. Kaya, too. I should probably replay those at some point. Those are fine. Those are just sitting there. You can just replay those anytime. Sure, you won't get rewards for it, but it's for the experience. Oh. But again, with Odette, at the very least, people thought that she was going to immediately hate Traveler or anything like that. But it was kind of nice that we initially met under dire circumstances. We were both mutually there to help some folks in need, and we ended up working out together. I think she probably saved our ass when there was a cave-in that was happening. Wait, no, she almost got trapped in there, but luckily she managed to recover, and she looked bitchin' doing it, too. She looked really thug and beautiful doing it. Maybe Voyen... What? I still can't say her fucking name right. I keep forgetting. But who knows? Maybe her. I could probably see her doing it. Maybe. I mean, Odette maybe slightly, but that's only because even though we probably should have like a strange relationship, but not really. Again, she already had a rough relationship with the fair lady, and just being a member of the Fatui in the first place because her daddy croaked and be like, yeah, they're not just gonna keep paying us dues from his death. Somebody's got to actually actively join join them. So she kind of had to be the breadwinner for her family there by joining the Fatui. But yeah, sure, maybe she was a little bit perturbed, realizing, oh, yeah, we were there, we fought Rosalind, and then she ended up getting snuffed by the Electro Archon right in front of us. That was pretty brutal, but it's like, damn, that was cold, bitch. Seriously, I keep talking about Electro Polearms. She was like the Electro Polearm that I freaking had first. But, yeah, but I don't really talk about her too much. I'm more focusing on the newer ones that I have to get fucking weapons for, like goddamn Alosha. And maybe Valeria if I ever fucking get him and realize, oh, he's also a polearm. Shit. He feels more like a Claymore, though, but I'm pretty sure people have already leaked that maybe he's about what weapon type he is. So, yeah, it seems that at the very least, Odette and the Traveler are probably going to be getting along with just the fact that we were just deeply concerned for the safety of the people that are in need of help. I mean, again, she was out trying to buy supplies for those miners and such for her own bit of relief. So she's definitely a good person at heart, and I guess she doesn't seem to have any ill will towards the Traveler, though, even after discovering our relationship with Rosalind, which, again, wasn't too much. Although we did end up meeting her at the end of like Liyue, Mondstadt, and a bit in Azuma, so at least she definitely had a bit of presence. I definitely remember the first time I tried to seriously do runs for her boss fight. It took me a long time to figure out a good team for that. Or even a well-built team, because none of my teams were fucking built when I was trying to do anything. Build your teams, but get like good artifacts on your teams. Level up your characters at least to 60 so that they are at least usable if you're gonna try going out and doing anything with them. Things are just gonna be so much easier. Speaking of relics, I probably have to get some new ones for pretty much everybody in HSR, because I just realized how dog shit they are. But I really am trying to like hold off trying to do any despite the fact that during like this period after a patch update, they pretty much let all the domains just let you take whatever kind of level up equipment that you need from the domains. You don't have to wait specific days. That's pretty convenient, but I'm trying to stay away from that a little bit just so I can have some resin for when I actually need to level up Cryo Traveler, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'll have to try out Odette first in the trial, but I don't see myself actually getting Odette soon, so that might be a bad thing to do, but I don't know. I'm gonna try giving Cryo Traveler a shot, because apparently she's definitely one of the more meta versions of all the elemental traveler up there with Pyro and Dendro. And again, she can do the Stellar Conduct and Swirl reactions too. She can activate those, so that's definitely a plus. And again, a free option. And I really want Valeria. I really want Noi. I really want the boys. I want the boys so goddamn much. I want the guys, especially Mitya. He's so fucking cute. He's so goddamn adorable. I probably wouldn't even fucking use him. I would have to see his kit, but yeah, he's just so cute. I just want to have him just sit around and do his research all day if he wants to. He's such a precious being. And again, he did mention he was very perceptive, and again, I would not be surprised if he was somehow Levick instead. Alright, well, I'll just leave that for next time. I'm gonna go do whatever I'm gonna do with the rest of my night, and you guys can do whatever you're gonna do for the rest of this morning, day, afternoon, or evening, wherever or whenever you're watching this. So thank you everybody that came in to actually watch it. Shadow Scar, it's a pleasure having you here, along with a quick visit from, what was it, Dragon Fox 011. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you'll be back soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye bye everyone.